morning, good afternoon, good evening. This video clip has been well circulated, and you need to listen to it because the punchline is a total departure from the usual crybaby that some of us from Africa have become. So I'd like to invite you to listen to it to the end.
I'm concerned, since we met you people 500 years ago, look at us. We've given everything. You are still taking. It's true. I mean, where would the whole Western world be without Africa? Our cocoa, our timber, our gold, our diamonds, our platinum, our whatever. Everything you are is us. I am not saying it, it's a fact. And in return for all of this, what have we got? Nothing. Anti-personnel indoctrination against ourselves. If you go and cook your horrible diseases like AIDS, you say it is us. You brought us tuberculosis. We didn't have this big cough until white people came here. In exchange for Africa giving Europe 500 solid years of our people, I mean not Europe, the Western world, of our human beings to work your canes, to dig your gold, to take in gold itself, diamond, I mean, you know, fish, peanuts, palm oil, everything. In exchange for that, we have got nothing. Nothing. And you know it. Nothing. And you look upon, white folks look upon us like monkeys. It is true. It's in your literature. Hey, some of your best thinkers have said this about us. Have you heard of all these Germans? Have you heard? Okay. Yes. They said Lord Burton, people like that, they said we don't even have the brain of animals. That's what we've got from you people.
But don't you think that this is over now?
Over where? Is it over? Who said that AIDS came from the green monkey? Is it over? Is it over?
Well, if this is your impression, do you think that you can ever forgive us?
It's not a question of forgiveness. I have nothing against you. My point is that you did and you are doing for your survival what is necessary. We can't blame you for that. The fact that we didn't do enough for our own survival and we are still not doing enough for our survival, that is not your problem.
I think the punchline there is we are not doing enough for our own survival. That is at the heart of Africa's problem. Man is a creature of reason. And those who have exercised their intellectual ability, capacity, have prospered. And those who have not, they have suffered. And we in Africa have become crybabies. We want to blame everybody else for our own failures. Yes, the white men have been exploiting Africa from the time of slavery, colonialism, and now post-colonialism, they're still doing it. But the truth of the matter is we are letting them do it. Many Zimbabweans will get hot the minute you mention the exploitation, the looting of the country's wealth by the Chinese and other foreigners. She talked of gold there, diamonds, platinum. Zimbabwe is selling all those things for a song. Who is selling it? Our own government. We are watching while ZANU-PF is looting the future from ourselves, from our children, and posterity. We can't blame the Chinese or all these other people for exploiting us when we are supposed to be our own masters. The fact that we have a dysfunctional government that is looting our resources is our fault. Many of us have struggled these last 45 years to accept that the system we have has failed. Why? The system has failed. Why are you refusing to accept it? I think accepting that the system is failed is the starting point. Because then we can seriously look at how can we correct it. Pretending that the system is working has been one of our greatest weaknesses. In 1975, Ian Smith said, if Africans were to rule themselves, the country will be in such a mess that people will be walking on sewage and think it no more. He put his finger on it. He was right. We have this knack of walking on sewage and think it no more. That has been our problem. We cannot keep on looking for other people to blame for our own problems. A. Smith was not the only one who picked that one up. The late Edson Zobro said a similar thing. He said when he was in Mozambique during the Liberation War, there was a problem of each time there was any serious discussion on any issue, those around him, if they realize they're losing the argument, he said, they will accuse you of being a CIA, an American stooge, an American puppet, just to avoid the substantive issue. The tragedy is This has become the norm in our African discourse. If somebody is losing the argument or the substantive issue, they will accuse you of being a Western puppet or a ZANU-PF agent, just to avoid the substantive issue. The truth of the matter is that has not solved the problem. The substantive issues have remained. That is a sign of somebody who doesn't want to think. That is a sign of somebody who only wants to be a crybaby. Being a crybaby is no substitute for thinking. And the sooner we in Africa accept that, the better. Blaming everybody else for our own weaknesses is not going to change the reality on the ground. I think what she was saying here, she is right. We should stop blaming other people for our failure to think for ourselves. We should not blame the West for our failure to think for ourselves. That is true. And I think the sooner we wake up to that reality, the sooner we'll be out of this mess. I would like to emphasize here that Zimbabwe is a failed state. We have had many golden opportunities to stop the rot this last 45 years. And we've wasted them all because we have failed to think. Right now, we can still stop the rot in 2028. All we've got to do is stop participating in flawed elections to give ZANU-PF legitimacy and perpetuate the dictatorship. We have participated in flawed elections again and again on the basis of some idiotic lies from the likes of Chamisa. The truth of the matter is, we believe the idiotic lie. And what is worse, even now with the benefit of hindsight, some people still want to pretend that Chamisa did not lie to them. That, my friend, is a clear sign of somebody who doesn't want to think. I'll give Chamisa the final say on this matter.
Makorokoto Zimbabwe nokuti hakuna munhu anomira kana denga raronga plan. Denga raronga plan, denga harifo iri. Plan ya Mwari haifo iri. Ini ndatanga kugadzira cabinet. There is no way we are not going to form a new cabinet. There is no way we are not going to have a celebration. There is no way we are not going to have an inauguration. Let's start preparing for our inauguration. Let's start preparing for our celebration.
Chamisa lied and conned millions to participate in flawed 2023 elections, only to give ZANU-PF legitimacy and perpetuate the dictatorship. How anyone can continue to pretend that Chamisa is not a liar beggars belief. What is more, Chamisa is gearing to lie and con people to participate in 2028 and perpetuate the dictatorship. If he succeeds, just another milestone on this road, another proof that we really are incapable of being our own masters, because we are failing to think. I repeat, man is a creature of reason. Those who have exercised their intellectual capacity have prospered. And those of us who have switched off, we have suffered. We can stop this suffering if we stop and think. Have a good day.